Welcome all attendees. All guests are asked to rise as our combined choirs, under the direction of Mr. Luke Rovat Stetter, sing the Star-Spangled Banner, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Welcome, graduates, families, and staff. Graduates, take a moment to look around. There are teachers seated in the back of this auditorium and around the room. Other staff, security, and family members whose guidance and dedication helped you to arrive here and now. Giving people, good people. And they are here tonight because you gave good things back to them. Purpose in preparing you for what comes next in your lives. Satisfaction in efforts rewarded. And hope for the future they see in you, the good they see in you. Look next to you, down the rows to the seats nearby. Some of those people pulled you to class when you didn't really want to go. They sweated through long projects and planned for hours on presentation teams with you, explaining things and learning things from you. Helpful people, good people. Among you, the class of 2017 are brilliant future engineers, talented artists, writers, craftspeople, politicians, and educators. Masters of mathematics, physics, and the written word. But these contributions won't mean much if you haven't learned the value of being a good person, the importance of listening to an aging grandfather's stories, and the worth of saying thank you to the cashier who hands you your change at the Walmart. And today, you all wear a small round pin, and it reads, "For Max." It speaks volumes about who you are as people. Former East student Max Peterson, who left this earth on July 21st, 2015, will be graduated posthumously tonight with you, the classmates he loved so much. And you honor him by wearing that pin which bears his name. Yes, members of the class of 2017, you know how to be good people. And whatever is left for you to learn in this life, remember, you already know how to be good people. And take to heart George Washington Carver's prediction. How far you go in life depends on your being tender with the young, compassionate with the aged, sympathetic with the striving, and tolerant of the weak and the strong. Because someday in your life, you will have been all three. Congratulations, class of 2017.
Before I start my remarks, I'd just like to take a moment to thank all the parents, teachers, coaches, mentors, and friends here with us today, as well as those who are unable to be with us. We couldn't have done it without you. East High Class of 2017, we are finally here at graduation. For a couple weeks near the end there, I, like many of you, thought that the end would never come. Despite our doubt, we've reached the culmination of our childhood. I think that I speak for all of us when I say we did not get here without a hitch. For some of us, it was a missed assignment here or there, maybe a failed test, or even a broken heart. We pushed through and now get to walk across this stage and make the final transition from East student to East alum. For me, high school wasn't about learning how to calculate the circumference of a circle, or memorizing the periodic table of elements, or discovering that words ending in ing are gerunds. East High School taught me many lessons, but the two most important are perseverance and perspective. Let me start with perseverance. This is the part where I could tell you all about the successful people in this world who overcame and conquered. But I don't really think that any of you need to hear about someone else's story because you've all proven your capability of doing just that by being here today. While I think that perseverance is a skill that is learned throughout all high schools, perspective is pretty unique to East. When asked what makes East special, most people would say diversity. Some of us have probably heard that word so often that we tend to zone out a little when we hear it. I can relate to that. But when I thought about it a little bit more in the context of my education, I realized just how important this diversity has been. East honors our individual backgrounds and cultivates a range of well-formed opinions. This lends itself to great class discussion and, by extension, perspective. To me, having perspective means having the ability to see beyond your personal point of view, to be open to really hearing and learning from others. On some levels, the concepts of perseverance and perspective clash. East is a place that allows both skills to meld together, learning to be steadfast in your own opinions, despite what others think, and also seeing and understanding where others are coming from. Perseverance and perspective. What you choose to do with these tools is now completely up to you. There are no longer any guidelines to follow, no Melcon format to fill in. It's a reality that I'm sure has weighed heavy on all our minds lately. For the first time, we are the masters of our own destinies. Some are understandably ecstatic for the change. Sleeping in every day, going out every night, and a strictly pizza-based diet does sound nice. Others are more logically terrified. Do I know how much detergent to put in my laundry? Can I lift off a mac and cheese because that's all I know how to cook? And what am I going to do with my life? Most of us probably feel a bit of both. No matter how you feel about this turning point in your life, remember that no road is without its fair share of cracks, potholes, and pebbles. There will be people or things in your life that will knock you down or get in your way. Sometimes you can't see the progress that you are making. But East has given you two gifts to help you when you can't see the road ahead: perspective and perseverance. Someone once said, "Look at a stonecutter hammering away at his rock, perhaps 100 times without so much as a crack showing in it. Yet at the 101st blow, it will split in two, and I know that it was not the last blow that did it, but all that had gone before." Class of 2017, I hope that you keep your perspective, continue to persevere, and remember all that has gone before. Congratulations, Class 2017.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn.
And we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return.
Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you.
Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you,
Congratulations, class of 2017, for finally making it this far. Many of us believed this day would never come, yet here we stand today. We, the seniors of East High, are people of different religions, races, genders, and backgrounds. Yet we have been united in the walls of East High School for the last 4 years. We are one school, one heart, one East High. Through the years, we have grown closer as a community. We have fought together, cried together, laughed together, and celebrated together. During our short lifetime, we have had many life-changing events, and these have shaped who we are. In recent years, there have been cases of violence, including shootings at schools across the country, and more that have been answered with marches supporting the environment, science, women, immigrants, and rallies at our state capitol with union workers' rights, police brutality, and politics. We lost several close members of our community, including Tony Robinson, Jaden McRaven, and Max Peterson. Many of you were involved and impacted in some way by these. You listened, stood up, walked out, spoke out, cried, and cheered. I commend you for tuning in, questioning, believing that things can change for the better, and taking a stand when you saw injustices and inequalities. Together we walked side by side in the halls of our school and our city streets. We have seen and felt the strength of a unified voice. Even as youth, we have incredible power for positive change in the world. Today we graduate from Madison East High School, but it is crucial for us to continue to pay attention and to stay engaged to events that not only affect us locally, but across the nation. It is time to continue to work for peace, the fight for equality and justice. Each one of you is unique. You all have something to contribute and have the power inside yourself to do great things. We have had many friendships among us. Some of you have known each other for many years. As we've gotten older and become young adults, some of us have grown apart, while others have developed deeper, closer friendships. These friendships and years together have been formative. After today, you will no longer be a student of East High. You will no longer reach for a doorknob and find that there is no doorknob there. You will no longer start off the day right with David's quotes or colors of the day, and best of all, you will no longer be on the no pass list. Some of us will stay in Madison, while others will move away. We may go to school, find work, meet new people, and develop new friendships. Beyond East High, we will continue growing and exploring, though we will always be a part of the East Side community. Do not forget about these friendships and the community that has supported you, your families, coaches, mentors, and friends, all the people that have contributed in some way to the person you are. You will have joys and struggles, fortunes and misfortunes, roses and thorns along the way. I believe that this school, these teachers, your family, friends, and community has helped you to have the courage and confidence to be a positive force in the world. I believe in each one of you. Together, amidst our diversity and differences, we must have hope. Together, there is hope for you, there is hope for our school, our nation, and our future. It doesn't stop here. This is the only beginning. Thank you. And now, please join the song we've selected as our senior song, Believe in Yourself.
Every day when you're walking down the street, and everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day.
It's a simple message and it comes from the heart. Just believe in yourself, 'cause that's the way it starts.
Get by when the going gets rough. I'm gonna love life till I'm done growing up. And when I go down, I'ma go down swinging. My eyes still smiling and my heart still singing. I'm gonna get by when the going gets rough. I'm gonna love life till I'm done growing up. And when I go down, I'ma go down swinging. My eyes still smiling and my heart still singing. I'm gonna get by when the going gets rough. I'm gonna love life till I'm done growing up. And when I go down, I'ma go down swinging. My eyes still smiling and my heart still singing. I'm gonna get by when the going gets rough. I'm gonna love life till I'm done growing up. And when I go down, I'ma go down swinging. My eyes still smiling and my heart still singing. I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. What a wonderful kind of day. Hey!
Good evening. I've opted to be deep and philosophical tonight. We live in tough times. I'd like to share with you one of the ways I deal with life's many difficulties. Perhaps these thoughts will help you in the coming years. I view my life as living in 3 different worlds. The first one is the world as it is, the world we experience every single day. People homeless, people with mental and physical illnesses that don't get the help they need, people hungry. When we look around, we see the poverty standing right next to the incredible wealth of the United States. In the world that is, we accept the fact that some people have more than they could ever use, and others go without the basics they need to make it through the days, the weeks, the years. A kid in the United States has a better than 20% chance of growing up in poverty. Tony Robinson died in the world as it is. Drug and alcohol abuse, people numbing themselves so they can deal with this real world, cell phones, television, video games, distractions that fool us into thinking that everything's all right when we know in our hearts that it isn't. And then there's environmental collapse, mass extinction, ecosystem destruction, poisoning of our air, land, water. The second world is the world that I imagine living in, the world as it should be. This is the realm of dreamers, visionaries, people who refuse to accept the injustices of the world. In my idealism, I envision communities where all are respected and needs are met, where nobody carries a gun and nobody cowers in fear. Most of our institutions, including education, look very different in my mind as I see beyond the limitations that shape our daily lives. Those of us who live in the world as it should be change the world. Since I left high school, I've seen LGBT youth rise up and become active, proud members of their communities because many people fought the bigots. I've seen families leave oppressive regimes to migrate to the United States. Places like East Side High have grown in diversity while realizing a high degree of unity. Unfortunately, as you venture into the world, you will find the world is not as it should be. The fires of racism, sexism, climate change, war, hate are all still raging. And some very angry people are trying to chase liberated people back into their closets. Across the borders they braved to come here, into nightmares where these powerful people think they will feel more comfortable. These same people are gutting environmental laws that protect all of us and the bountiful nature that we turn to for solace. They're chopping down rainforests, strip mining the land, killing the pollinators, and fracking the rest of the country. The third world is the world as it can be. Whether it looks more like the world that is or the world as it should be is largely up to you. You get to decide. As the great jazz artist Sun Ra often said, it only takes a moment to make a decision. Do you want to live on your cell phones, or do you want to look up and see the stars? Do you want drugs, alcohol, and ignorance to run your life, or do you want to take the steering wheel and work towards building a healthy society? Who gets to shape the world, you or the garlic mustard and the billionaires? If you decide to strive for a better world, be ready for a lot of frustration, as a lot of people with a lot of money and power stand in your way. You will need to strategize about how you're going to realize a better world. You're going to have to follow in the footsteps of Malcolm X and do a lot of reading. And you're going to have to work together and work hard. As you step out of the arena tonight, I want you to recognize the progress you've made in understanding the world as it is and how it should be. Look into your hearts and answer one question. Do I want to be part of the problem or part of the solution? If you want to be part of the solution, band together and help each other forge a brighter future for your kids and all the generations to come. If you need help finding a direction, I'll be here. Thank you.
We're almost done. I'm extremely honored and humbled to stand in front of you as your former Madison East High School principal. Over the past 2 years, I've had the privilege of watching you grow into some fine young adults. I'm excited to see where your future holds and where you're going to be soon. My hope is that you remain true to yourself and you continue to strive for greatness. I also want you to know that the East doors, my door, will always be open if you ever need anything. I get to do some pretty cool things in my job. This moment is one of those. It is my pleasure to introduce you all to several members of the Madison Metropolitan School District leadership team. Superintendent Cheatham, Chief of Schools Fralin, Board Member Tays, I hereby certify that the students before you, the Madison East class of 2017, have met all the requirements for graduation as set forth in board policy and are ready to receive their high school diploma from the Madison Metropolitan School District. It is with great pride and love that I present you the class of 2017.
Jared Markland. Alyssa McGillivray.
Fanula Mulhern. Bridget Stadelman Scanlon. Orlando Acevedo.
Catherine Agans.
Peyton Agard.
Miriam Axby.
Luis Aleman.
Alina Ali.
Noah Anderson.
Sarah Arafat.
Joe Armanderes.
Livia Arneson.
Brandon Arunseveth.
Amanda Atwell.
Sean Baggett.
Sabrina Bauman.
Isaac Baldwin.
Emily Barkey.
Mohammed Barrow.
Palang Barrow.
Logan Belkey Skog.
Lexi Benian.
Yassine Banani.
Bryn.
Julian Bethel. Logan Bittner. DeAndre Blair.
Randy Bland.
Marcel Bogacki. Simone Booker. Nicole Bowden. Hayden Boyce. Anne Breathwaite.
Lance Breitnauer.
Antoinette Brown. Christopher Brown.
Talia Brown.
Allison Boltman.
Nahira Burnett.
Shavannah Butcher. Isaiah Byrne.
Cody Kabala.
Angel Cabello. Ivan Canchola. Rose Kaplan.
Zachary Carlson. Charlie Carroll. Cesar Ceballos.
Catherine Ceballos. Lamin Cisse. Ramatulai Cisse.
Charlie Chang.
Tenzin Chuki.
Nathaniel Chusid.
DeAndre Clay.
Alana Converse.
Akeem Cooper.
Evan Crabb.
Cameron Craddock. Danielle Cribbs.
Amadou Daf.
Raven Daniel.
Mamadou Darbo.
Alexander Davis.
Miley De Vicente.
Noah Delamater. Emily DeRusha. Binta Diallo. Jerron Diamond.
Tyrone Dickinson.
Robert Doherty. Cristian Claudio Dominguez. Evelyn Doolittle.
Hannah Dorman.
Lily Dorman.
DeMarco Douglas.
Jane Ann Drill.
Inez Moreno Dufresne.
Cameron Zapati.
Nicholas Dupatti. Hannah Dyer.
Caitlin Edwards.
Diavian Elam.
Nancy Alvera Zabala.
Olivia Enriquez.
Turner Entenman.
Dylan Erickson.
Xander Esch. Lenny Esparza.
Stephanie Espinal.
Tiani Fair. Ian Falu. Marjorie Flores Espinal.
Gino Fox.
Aspen Foy.
Infinity Gamble.
Elda Garcia. Jonathan Garcia.
Tabria Gilbert.
Seth Goldstein. Tanya Gomez.
Mario Gomez Chinchilla.
Andy Gonzalez Quintana.
Soren Gatchell.
Romel Grant. Raven Gray. Craig Grinrod.
Lindsay Wadarama. Olivia Hanson LeBlanc.
Jasmine Harrison. Michael Haskin.
Kira Hay Chapman.
Journey Brown Henderson.
Vikira Hengst. Kayla Henkel.
Tommy Herr. Alexander Hernandez. Alicia Hernandez. Evelyn Hernandez Mora. Summer Herman.
Navante Hilliard. Noor Hinawi.
Michaela Heckrow. Elijah Holmes.
Kaylee Hoskins Loeb.
Zaria Hunter. Devon Jackson.
Lucy Jackson.
Selena James. Modu Laminjane. Adama Jarbo.
Kate Jasensky.
Ruby Johansson.
Brooke Jenkins.
Talandra Jennings.
Lillian Jensen.
Haley Johnson. Joy Johnson. William Johnston. Kenny Jones. Jonah Josards. Vanessa Cana.
Andreas Karastad.
Clara Kibas.
Amanda Ketterer.
William Kiesling.
Kira Killian.
Candace Kipp. Jesse Klein. Sophia Klimowitz.
Lucas Coran.
Sean Kruger.
Kalia Cruiser.
Tenson Kunsel. David Kwong. Jovan Lane.
Riley Larson.
Gavin Lawson. Lakendris Lane. Ko Lee. Long Lee. Teng Lee.
Olive Lemberger.
Jennifer Lenberg.
Kevin Luaxi.
Shalise Lewis. Sasha Lewis Norell. Grace Link.
Kyra Lockwood.
Kendra Longoria Miadze.
Alejandro Lopez.
Celia Lunar. Dunia Madrid. Haley Malson. Lily Martinez.
Anna Massey.
Sebastian Maynard.
Jackson Mazzoni.
Alana McLean.
Alexis McLean. Lyda McQuaig.
Jalen McCullough.
Michael McGillivray. Megan McHugh. Marissa McMiller.
Kyle Salisbury.
Isaiah Miller.
Carla Mendoza.
Trevor Mikowitz.
Kaylee Miller. Hannah Mitchell. Cecilia Monroy.
Ryan Munson.
Henry Moser.
Thomas Mulholland.
Lydia Meyer.
Perla Neblett.
Paku Nedesign. Zachary Newman. Nathan Schmidt.
Alio Najee.
Lillian Norman.
Paul Nwanko.
Hannah Nweke.
Daniel Obi.
Israel Obi. Risa Banglinan.
Bailey Peka.
Madeline Polson. JC Paz. Joseph Paz.
Will Piet.
Ezra Peters.
Chase Peterson.
Ashanti Phipps.
Matthew Podolsky.
Devin Porter.
Adam Putman.
Lisette Quintana Contreras.
Celia Ramsey.
Jason Reno.
Eli Resnick.
Talia Resnick.
Elijah Richardson.
Emily Richter.
Rachel Richter.
Isaac Reamer.
Maya Rivoire.
David Robinson.
Ramel Rogers.
Rosemary Rodriguez.
Julian Roan Capolero.
Leo Roan Capolero.
Samaya Rolak.
Autumn Roses.
Juan Carlos Ruiz.
Ali Saffold.
Bennett Salber.
Jasmine Saleh. Ivana Nicole Sanchez Vinuesa.
Connor Saintfield.
Mamadou Lamin Sane.
Michael Savides.
Bella Scateni.
Keontae Shad.
Kyra Scheidemann.
Connor Schlichting.
Haley Schreckenthaler.
Cameron Scott. Charlie Severson.
Jenna Sexton.
Olivia Shields.
Tucker Score.
Demiqua Smith.
Sharice Smith. Tierra Smith.
Candace Southward.
Jasper Staley Ross.
William Steffen.
Michael Stevenson. Lee Stevenson. Kaylee Stump.
Susan Sullivan.
Caleb Swartz.
Casey Tequanwewe.
Valeria Tequatotsky.
Kink Tao.
Maimua Tao.
Paku Tao.
Ping Di Tao.
Benji Teal.
Mark Thompson.
Sam Thorson.
Rodney Tippery. Benjamin Tony. Levi Tapta.
Sergio Agalde Alcanta.
Harrison Van Hout.
Golia Vang.
Patrick Vang.
Yer Vang. Josie Varda.
Mauricio Esquez.
Michelle Wade.
Gracie Ann Wagner. Sydney Walter.
Sophia Ware.
Chris Glow.
Kanaya Washington.
Jerlito Weathers.
Tristan Wennison.
Whaley Werner.
Jada White.
Marcellus White.
Reginald White.
Ryan White. Maeve Willie. Quantez Williams. Von Teese Williams.
Jordan Wills.
Fiona Wolf. Abraham Montes.
Ku Zhang.
Maisi Zhong.
Rosie Zhang.
Maijai Yang.
Nan Inmong Yang.
Amy Yang.
Andy Yang.
Chai Yang. Jesse Yeri.
Tenzin Yishi.
Andrew Vang. Maurice Riley.
Capri Booker.
And last but not least, Steve Wooten.
Graduates, please rise. The moving of the tassel simply represents one step in the process of completing our education, not the end to it. We all have more obstacles to conquer, more adventures to experience, and our education will continue for the rest of our lives. Please join me in moving the tassel from the right side to the left side, symbolizing the end of high school and the beginning of the rest of our lives. Congratulations, class of 2017. Graduates, please read along to our senior farewell found in the back of the program. Look to this day, for yesterday is but a dream, and tomorrow is only a vision. But today, well lived, makes every yesterday a dream of happiness, and every tomorrow a vision of hope. Can we get Amanda and Hayden? We're gonna have them in the center.
At this time, we invite the Eastside community, along with our graduates, to join in singing our alma mater. The lyrics can be found in your program.
For DVD copies of this program, go to mmsd.tv and click on Video Order Form.